on the hottest day of the year so far, where the UK was hotter than Ibiza. We arrive in Interlagos, a circuit steeped in drama, soaked in history, and tonight threatened by up there. By God, the changing skies. Every lap here asks a question of the driver. It demands commitment. It demands pure skill. And obviously in the DTS division, where anything can happen, on the road now to the Super Bowl, one mistake could absolutely decide everything. Welcome to DTS Schumacher. How are we all doing? I am fairly tired, me. But it is DTS, so how funny? How fun is that? Last time out in Miami, it's a bit of America's leg going on at the moment. Last time out in Miami, we did see Lemons' domination, winning by over 20 seconds to Hassan and Bashburn, taking his first podium of the season. We're just waiting for Hassan, who's literally in the lobby. No, he isn't. I haven't got him, to be fair. So how are we all doing, gentlemen? There's currently 10 people in the chat. How are we doing? Hi, Manic. Whilst Manic's in this actual chat, actually, should we talk about the controversy that's going on right now? I fucking hate the rule that's been invented 3 years ago. That's fine. It is a bullshit rule. Why is it now being taken into effect? I'm not going to kick off about it. I've had enough. I'm absolutely fuming about it. It means my driver is fucked over by a rule that's never been put in place before, ever. This is the first time it's ever been put in place. I've never seen it being used before, ever. And coincidentally, it's my driver who gets the brunt of it. I've seen people retire 3 times before in DTS before and not have the engine penalty. But because Zoltan has retired 3 times in a row, it's the first time but I'm done. I can't. So I'm not happy about it. To me, I think it's a bit harsh. You're punishing a driver who now's got to go through the back of the grid, which then could cause another retirement. It's a bit harsh. I think personally the rule needs to be scrapped, but they ain't gonna listen to me, are they? Oh my word! There is weather involved in the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a wet qualifying. It's wetter than your mum. Kind of helps Zoltan in a way. It's moist. Why are you chatting to me? I'm joking. Hello, Malik. How you doing? It is very moist. If I had my rant, my rant's over now. And look at all the dryers coming out. Is it getting drier? Potentially. Is it dry race? I don't actually know. But a lot of the drivers are coming out. There's a fear there is a Valhalla car coming out of the garage. I believe that Matek's already out, isn't he? It says dry, but also says wet. Okay, interesting. What's the percentage saying on the Zoltan? What's the percentage saying on the thing? So, here we go then. We're gonna go through a lap with Big D in the wet, in the challenging conditions. No percentage. Oh, okay, so it's perfect. Okay. Here comes then into turn 1 goes Big D. No DRS of course because we are in the wet conditions. Turn 1, the LMS's. Very off downhill section, obviously named after the famous Senna, Ayrton Senna, the Brazilian hero who won here in 1991. It was McLaren that didn't have 5th gear, I believe, or 6th gear. Through the Cedar Lago in turn 3, coming in to turn 4 now. A tight left-hander where you can extend the track limits quite easily on the outside there. Now through turn 5, flat out corner easily. Now double right hand up turn 6 and 7, which I absolutely love in the dry. Absolutely is rapid in the dry, a little bit slower in the wet. Up the hill, oh, back end snapping on Big D, winner in Azerbaijan. Turn 8 is a long turn, but this one's longer than, it feels like it's never going to end. Turn 9. Turn 10 is a little kink here. And turn 11 as he goes onto the back end, has a bit of a wheel spin in 5th gear. That's just the wheel on the braking zone. And through the flat out left we go into Junsao, sorry, for the final legitimate corner on this track where Senna actually famously spun in 1994. And actually retired from that race. And all the back end slides. And in to the 120s we go. for the first lap. I believe Lemons is quite easily. He has to get acclimatised to the track. Callum's at 21.2. Porter's at 20.7. Jugger's at 21.5. 22.4 from Psycho. Pork Tronzik is 20.7. He's 21.4 from Brash. Betten is on a lap. Lemons, I believe, just started one. Oh, he's on one. Oh, the back end is sliding from the Lemon into the final corner. And Jun Shao in the Aphrodite Racing traded across from McKinnon. If you missed it last week, controversy on that trade there. We saw Crumpets to going the other way. No DRS, of course, burns the battery. This is going to probably potentially be into the 19s for Lemons. It will be into the 19s, a 19.5, almost a second clear Big D. And it's what you expect. You expect these guys to actually go a lot quicker on the tyres. Just use the same tyres whilst it is drying up. Save the battery and go again. Just keep going on these same set of tyres. Betten does 20.7. He does fantastically in these conditions as Betten. Pork will come to the line. He will improve. He was actually in none the whole time, so this will be interesting to see how he gets on here. Into the turn 4. He got traded over by Imperium to Sentinel. For Zoltan going the other way and some points. Pork. Oh, he clips the grass on the outside. So easy to do on this track. 11's on the 19.1. Water is wet. He's going to be pole. That time will not get beaten. But unless it's by himself. Clip the grass. Still up though. And Callum Bot just behind Pork. I'm trying to actually find out. Horses on laps. Callum is half a second up. He's going to go into 20.7s at the moment. With his lag. What's on board then? Pork actually went into 20.0, 20 point flats. Fraser, wow, by the way. Hello, Fraser. Tronzik did one of the worst corners I've ever seen in my life. Carrying up to P5, but Fraser, wow, the P2 for Trojan. Hello, Fraser. Joker's at 20.3. The track is rapidly improving. Step out into P6. Betten was 4 tenths up on this time. So Diablo had pole position for a couple of seconds in Miami. And Betten is at nearly a second up on his time. This shows how much the track is rapidly improving. Oh god, my voice. And so the line comes Betten. He's going to burn all his battery. It's going to be a 19.622. The Trojan boys are doing what they can. Paul is a 19.6 himself. I think Callum was invalidating. They're going to come into the box. Oh no, he's going to start again. Is it dry in Schumacher? That's Anna. Yeah, Tronzik's 4 tenths up on his time. And he goes into P6. Probably the cringiest driver in PGR. Spec Bauer left the session. 2 tenths up for Callum. Grant into the box. Interesting. Field box. 18-8 from Lemons. He's been going, trying, and he's got it. I don't even know why I'm on tyres. It's Port going again. Big D is half second up on his time. He's then going to P2. This time, 19-2. Port go beats him with 19-1. Callum was 2 turns up for a set to 2. He's had to come across the line. 20.3. Cleared gap. Oh, Joe Cart's flash struggling. Okay, so Zoltan's garage is that one. I'm going to check. We're going to see who's in that garage. Diablo struggling. Gun as well. Down. Still coming up. John 1.4 seconds up. We'll probably put him Zoltan's retire from session because he's on a quali ban. 21-2 jumps up to P13. Hassan only up into P12, so he's struggling a fair bit. My text was to 20.8, I believe. Atlanta will beat Dortmund 4-1 and qualify a 98-minute penalty. Everyone on that. Milanist does 4 attempts up. Struggling in the west at the moment. Goes into P12. He doesn't really like the wet Milanist. Let's get that from him. Joker is 4 attempts up. Him 20.3. I think Cam just done 20.2. Tyres might be starting to die down a little bit. I think BT just had a moment, or was it Pork? That's backed off and stopped. It is Pork. It's a 19-0. Better than a 19-2. He's good in these conditions, better, and very good because he's on pad. Or is he holding up a driver? Is he holding up a Monarch driver? Oh no, he's bent on his outlap. I believe that was Lemons on a lap. It was back end. He's 4 attempts up. Big D, provisionally first, but well, that's gonna last about as long as me in bed. A few seconds as the Lemons goes into an 18-3, but Big D is giving it. Down, but he is still currently P3 in terms of the highest bracket. Lowest bracket, sorry. The lower bracket. The next driver near him is Diablo. A couple of positions. Who's lowest for highest? Well, it's obviously Zoltan, but Hassan, I believe? Yes. So stick a baller man, or this man. Took about 8 years to get into the lobby. And now, in to the final corner, the last corner track, the 20.5 only goes P12. It's close though. Jumbo John on board with him. Bashing went to 20.1. I'm not boxed yet. That's interesting. 4 minutes to go. I'd probably box now, Callum. If you're listening. Hello, Noodles. Nudie boy. Spec Balg. Oh. What? Yeah, Colin's 4 times up. Is he just going to carry on? I'd box. Because he's not going to get much running out of that fuel. If any. Oh, he's going to carry on. Oh, what's he doing? Into P7 he goes in the 19.7s. It's a good time. I think Rage will beat it. Can he get... you can get in and out quicker time. Zoltan's teammate, I can't actually see who it is. It's a grey or black car. See, but I think it might be. I think it's Valhalla. I think it's Big D. Callum should have boxed a couple laps ago. Wanna be in 2 minutes 16. That's about how the car there. It is a fair car. Oh, I believe it's Brashman. It's Rage. That's your teammate, Zoltan. Hang on. Callum can get Dabbed this 19.7, that's a good time for him. Bashman, I mean, he backed off. Callum can't get back out. What has he done? Oh, sorry Noodles, I didn't see it, so I'll do it now. Sorry, I didn't actually see. Pork, 18.6. Will he get one more lap? No, he won't. He's done. I think Grant's also just done. He might get around to do another lap though, he's run out of fuel. So the stands, Callum will be at best on track P4. Yeah, S-Joker P3 and S-Joker fucks up. Diablo, a good time from him, 19.7. After fucking up Puff. So, we'll stick on board Joker. Well, we've got to cut trap here because I believe Grant's not done. There's another Mac Erin car. Who the fuck is that Mac Erin car coming across the line? It's Little John. 4 attempts up. 20.1. Not bad. That's showing the track's improving. Lemons is next. Water's wet. Lemons is pole. Fraser one to the box. I think that's Pork next, isn't it? Yeah, Pork next. 2 attempts up. Can he even dethrone Lemons? Close to him though. Big D's 3 attempts up. Mytex jumps just behind Callum. Ray jumps ahead of Callum and Diablo. He's P2. Big D to front row. Besson will claim pole for the lower division in the 18.6s. Tronzik. Diablo goes above, Rage. In back into P2. Someone drop. Hassan's behind Callum. Tronzik up to P5. Hello, Grant. How you doing, buddy? Brashman is 4 attempts up. Jumps above Callum. That's a poor showing from Brash. But it is Lemons on par. What a surprise that is. Big D, the surprise to qualify. The man who won, and that's why shot in the mixing conditions. And it is pole position for Betton in P4. 7th for Diablo. 2nd for Diablo. 3rd for Joker. 4th for Callum. They're not too bad. It's dry to begin with. Interesting. Interesting. It's kind of dry. We'll see. I might start coming up before that. I'll do a wet qualifying and go. Hey, everyone's on mediums. Brilliant. What a variation of strategy that is. Mikey 7th, Craig 18th. Not bad. So, all on mediums, which means it's going to be interesting to see. Well, Lemons on pole. What is the one top to do? The game will be interesting. Lemons on par, water's wet. Brazil, the weather can play any part. 2012 was the most traumatic championship decider we've ever seen in Formula 1. Milan's left the session again. 5 lights. We're going in Brazil, and I need to invite Milan, but I don't really want to invite him yet because we just started the race. And oh, someone into the wall there potentially? I don't actually know. It is utter chaos to start. Milan is deep in the back there. I'm going to have to invite him in straight away. Lemons lead through turn 3. Let's see the logo. Into turn 4. Helder da Posta. Well, I can't even know what it's, I don't know what it's called. Helder da Posta. Cam looks like he hung it around the outside fantastically. And oh my god, Bashman's on no. Oh god, that's going to be interesting. Bashman's doing interesting tactics already. Patience is a virtue here. John Zoltan has a send from someone right at the back. Patience is a virtue in these kinds of races. Is it raining or am I bugging? No, I'm bugging. And Zoltan got past Milan. Up in about 5 positions or 4 positions, depending how you look at it. Better than P3? Surely not, no. Lemons has gone. Big D's had a poor start from about to P4. Hassan's past Callum with a 0-0 wings. In we go then. Oh, bit wide from a few people. So, Rage has passed. Zoltan's passed his teammate. That's huge. Rage has an awful start. What's happened to him? Has he got damage on that wing? He does have damage on both sides of the wing, so he must have got sandwiched quite considerably. Zoltan managed to get through 7 cars without getting damage. That's a surprise. And he makes his way. On board Malitex, well, the DRS is now enabled on lap 2. Betton will probably go past Pork soon. (10-1) by Lemons. And Joker, is he going to retire in the pit lane? He's not, but here comes, he gets served then by my pit crew. For a new front wing. The number 99, a Fair GP racing car going straight back out. Zoltan's got past Diablo's out, which is quite big. So, I'm trying to get my insider sources. What's happening at Williams BMW? To see what's happening down there. As Bergen's got a second gap to Callum. Didn't have the DRS. Magnetix down the inside he goes. That's for P3 in the lower bracket, by the way. Do not expect Callum to stick with those guys at all. Betton's now been passed by Big D. Big D went a bit wide. Betton's going to go right round down by the inside. Ah, interesting. So Diablo might be running higher wings. He's with a German race engineer, says our insider sources at Williams. So hopefully it's not too serious, as it looks like Cam's actually caught up very fucking well. Which is good. If he keeps that on DRS train, he'll be fine. Zoltan's almost at the back of his DRS train as well, which is perfect. He's just on the back of Bergen. So Zoltan made up some plenty of positions here. A P2 is really on the cards here for Zoltan. If he can just swing back past Bergen. Bergen puts the car in the middle of the road, but he won't be able to fight that. And Bessen's been passed by Tronzik now, so Bessen's just dropping like the fly he is, and Tronzik kind of just gives him a little love tap. Basham's now going to open himself up to that P5 position, and he does indeed. Fraser Wilds behind him. Dominic picks up another. Fraser Wilds almost stoves into the back of his own teammate. Well, that would have been, well, interesting. Danny's heart must have been right down his pants. His stomach must have dropped when he saw Fraser Wilds completely misjudge the breaking point and he killed his own teammate. Now, I told Cam to melt the way of Zoltan when he gets the chance. I don't think he might be able to soon. Zoltan's made up some very good positions already. Up 9 in 5, so position changes. There you go, up 9 in 5 laps, which is huge for his progress. Up into P8 for the high division at the moment. He's got 3 drivers ahead of him. Oh, my Jesus Christ, Joker. What an awful, awful race he's having. It's not really doing too much, but it's keeping Zoltan out of DRS. He's now got Zoltan in DRS. This isn't Mag's fight. That's what he needs to think here. This isn't my fight. My fight is ahead of me in that train. Can Zoltan drag me along kind of thing? Bessen's now been passed by Hassan, so he is dropping on that full TC, which is expected. So Beckham's just dropping off a little bit. Callum, there's a bit of battling going behind. No, kind of like focus on this train a little bit. Big D and Pork. Pork's doing well to keep ahead of the kid in P2, get that gap up. But Lemons is fucked off 5 seconds in 6 laps is, well, something. Mag has dropped off the back a little bit. Will Zoltan go for him? Potentially no, he won't. Callum sticking to the back. Grant's past Bergen now. Callum holding his own here. He said he does like Brazil. So, good to see that. And this is it. This is Zoltan. This is Zoltan's chance. He's going to burn the battery to go on to Magnetex. Is he surely going to send down the inside here? Into turn 4. Keep it patient. Magnetex will not turn in. Bit of contact to force Magnetex while it slid. It was a bit dirty. He did slide, which caused the contact. But up into P9 now. Callum, under instruction, is to let Zoltan through. And that was an instruction made by myself before the race began. And that will happen on this straight. At the first opportunity, I said, get out of the fucking way. They're in communication together. Fraser Wilds had a bit of an issue through that corner there, actually. So, it looks like the rears have lit up. Tyre temps can be a bit of an issue, but it is cool temps today with the clouds overhead. And Callum will move out of the way. Perfect. Now he needs to go though, because obviously Magnetex will be on the back of him, but that is fine. That's what I told him to do, and he executed the plan perfectly. Up to P9 goes Zoltan. Still in P8 though, however, with the highest. But the Strip Milan, the box, speeding in the pit lane as well. That's a common thing with Brazil. The pit lane is hard. Disaster race for him, unfortunately. Now Hassan Toy on the back of Ben Brashman. Brashman, who's actually part of the Imperium GP family a couple of seasons ago when it was called JT Golf Racing. So actually looking at Tronzik potentially going down the inside of Big D through turn 6 and 7 and didn't get the move stuck. There's a possibility of a send. No, it doesn't happen. But yeah, Ben Bashman was actually part of the Imperium GP family. Same with Magnetex as well. And Respect Valve. So 3 former JT Golf Racing drivers in this field. And on paper that would be a really strong team. Fortunately, it didn't pan out that way. That when I had them all, it was the first team from 25. To be fair, however, Besson and Fraser then. Fraser's still struggling a little bit with pace. Zoltan might actually get Fraser. Saved his battery up quite well. Callum locked up a little bit, but not too much. No, 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 no. Sorry guys, I was talking, but for some reason my mic wasn't working, so I've just reset it. So what I was saying was Zoltan actually seemed to drop off from Betton, but I think he got past Fraser well, that's why. Which is interesting to see that how much of a drop off Progen have had. But yeah, he's got some tactics with who was it last? Pintita with Hilly. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see if there's any tactics from Progen again. Of course, a bit of a rift between me and Danny, but it's okay. But is Zoltan looking for it on Betton? Betton and Zoltan together could be interesting. Yeah, I was going to say that could be interesting. Betton will not give you an inch. Jumbo John. Hassan on the back. Diablo just didn't pick up that penalty. Do that. Zoltan past Betton. Diablo past Hassan past Bashman, and Diablo picking up a time penalty. It is all kicking off here. On the grid, it was 8 seconds clear. Oh my god, this guy. It's like F123, but it's like F2023 that's happened. Zoltan's now got a very hard man to pass, and that hard man is Ben Brashman. How many of these guys are going to be doing 1 stop, 2 stops? I don't know. Callum, it's interesting to see what he does. I think he actually managed to make his tyres last in the practice session we did, so Fraser was struggling through that corner. Out of DRS now. Oh, he is struggling big time. Out of DRS is Fraser. This is a struggle. Is he on a wet setup potentially? Hence why he's a bit slow. Same with Betton. Bashman boxes. That's interesting. That's early. That's a 2 stop for Bashman. Callum needs to get past Fraser. Fraser is holding you up, Callum. Is he biding his time potentially? I don't know what he's doing. Maybe because of the fact he thinks Fraser's quicker than him, but at this current point in the race, Fraser's tyres are absolutely overheating. Callum needs to get him, and get him now. And get him now, he does. Betton was wide through that corner through turn 4, so he's lost out on DRS. The Progen boys are definitely running high downforce setups. Danny, if you're watching, what have you got on high wings? I'm confused. But the pork train, everybody board the Yarno pork train. Cannot get past Pork for the life of him. Fraser will probably just go straight back past Callum, but he just struggles through these corners here, where it just rotates on him a little bit too much. DRS isn't as strong here by the looks of things. What's this Callum? Why did Callum go out of the DRS? Why did Callum go out of DRS? Fraser doesn't actually go for it. Kind of half attempts it. Joker. 3-second penalty. Yeah, he's struggling, Fraser, through exits. It looks like his tyres are overheating. The front potentially. Looks like he can't get the car rotated enough. Or it over-rotates. Magtek's on the back of, actually. Magtek's on the back of Fraser. Potentially looking. Doesn't go for it in the end. This is a battle to watch, those guys. Betton closing in a little bit. Because of the Hassan, because of the pork train. Is it okay? Yes, Betton struggling to keep up the pace. Callum into the box with Callum, so he's potentially one-stopping. It can last. Bergen picked up a time penalty. That's kind of good news for Callum. You can one-stop from here. I don't expect Callum to one. Bergen's definitely two-stopping. I would say Callum probably on the teetering edge of a one-stop, two-stop, depending on how the hards last. Dominic also in. So Bashman's actually jumped him by a considerable margin. So the undercut is big round here. It always has been powerful round Brazil. But Callum's basically like in the train a little bit when Bashman boxed. Psycho, Brent picks up a time penalty. P1 last time out in Miami for the lower division. Struggling today. Yeah, so Hassan's progress has been a bit slowed down due to the fact that these guys, and that's an early box of pork. That's why it was Big D. It can normally Big D in, then that could potentially be a one-stop. Lap 14 is probably the earliest you can one-stop. Matek's also in, so that's been a oh, is that Joker that's gone round? Yeah, that's obviously been something that's been spoken about between the Valhalla boys. And off they pop X-Grant. It's going to be actually quite big to see where Callum comes out. In terms of where, and same with Brash. Brash is always past Big D, so Brash's undercut is huge. But Matek's is at the exit of the pit lane basically now, and Callum's passed. The actual pit exit is slower than the first two corners, so Bergen might actually get him as well, and he does, because that corner there, that Bashman's a little bit more tighter than turn 2, and that's a big gap for a one lap undercut. Nearly 3 seconds, and Magnatex was literally on Callum's arse. So, there you go. Bashman's going to undercut all of these guys. All of these guys are going to be on one stop. Bashman is definitely on a two-stop. Lap 14 to play. The hards can last. They do last. It is just a very hard one-stop from lap 14. The 15 is probably the earliest. I expect Zoltan to come in because that's when he discussed he was going to box. There you go. I expected that one. Oh, God, I'm scared. Did he speed? No, he didn't. Cool. I expected that one from Zoltan. Besson overcooked that a little bit. But he's okay. Diablo also in. Balanes passed. Looks like his bat and Bashman. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Ben Brashman. The man whose team is falling apart. Zoltan, good stop from the boys. He's been jumped by Milan and Brent. So we need to get past those guys. Luckily Callum doesn't jump in, but Callum jumps better. That is huge. He might get jumped by Bergen. No, he's going to come just behind, but just ahead of Bergen. So Callum is currently a net P1, ladies and gentlemen. Now Zoltan's been jumped by Brashman by about 10 seconds. Brashman's on the two-stop though, so that's not the worry. The worry is now getting past these guys ahead. Big D's just ahead of Specbug, so he's kind of got that right. Got that perfect. Pork needs to respond. Oh, is that a Joker in the wall? It is, but he carries on going. What a disaster. Lemons is in. Hassan stays out. Everyone else on that top group is now boxed. Fraser Wild also in. X-Grant continues. Lemons basically is fine. Colden out. There's a safety car in centre. So Fraser comes out on P14. Look how far behind everyone is. He's almost jumped by Diablo. That's what the undercut is like round here. Track position is massive. Zoltan never needs to get past. Look how close he is to Pork. He's jumped Tronzik. So close to Pork. This is perfect for him. Bashman's obviously, we know he's on a two-stop. We don't need to repeat that. Same with Specbow. Milanis should let Pork go. Where he lets him go, I don't know. Should be here, right? He doesn't let him go. That's interesting. He doesn't let him go. That's wide from Callum. Needs to be careful. It's an overdrive. That's not his fight. These guys are not his fight. And now we're going to go. Milan is going to burn it. He's going to burn his battery. Oh, that's interesting. He's got a box, surely. He cannot fight this. He cannot fight this. You know, he doesn't. He backs off. Milan is a respectful driver. Okay, I say that. He does struggle with that sometimes, though, when knowing when to... Grant's on softs. Wow. He does struggle knowing when to, you know, potentially go for a move and when not to go for a move. Like, he backs out here. Oh, Tronzik! Oh, what are you doing? Oh, my words. Tronzik has sent Milanis into next week. So that's going to be a penalty. That's a dangerous rejoin. It's going to be a penalty for Milanis. Not for Milanis, for Tronzik. After sending Milanis into next week. He sent him to Belgium. So on board with Speckball, who's got a penalty for speeding into the pit lane, which he will serve very soon. Bashman into P2 now. Wow. What a lap. Oh my god. Fuck's sake. Hassan's past Callum, that's not his fight. He's absolutely fine. Manash is in. Is he retiring or is he just spelling the pit lane? Manash never seems to retire unless he bins it. We've seen that twice now when Manash has been cut across in the braking zone. Happened in Austrian Academy. In realistic, sorry. And now it's happened in here. Pork around the outside, sorry, of turn 6 and 7. They just letting everyone go. That was an interesting move on the outside. Oh, a bit of contact. Zoltan was looking. This is all helping Bashman, kind of. Well, not really, actually. Zoltan's hanging around the outside. Paul went to the inside to go defensive. This is helping Hassan. Now we have a man who's known to cause chaos behind him. Right, so will get passed by Pork. He won't get passed by by Zoltan. Oh, will they actually? Will Pork pass him? He's struggling for the straight line speed. Clearly, two kind of setups going on. Almost actually kicked Big D. We saw that earlier with Fraser onto his teammate, but he's passed Milan. And Zoltan's got a run of all runs, but he had to back out of it, I think. And now Tronzik's now got a run of all runs. Milan's got no battery. Zoltan's also got no battery. Neither does Tronzik. Zoltan breaks late. Is he going to spurn a surprise out of turn 4? Please be careful. Jesus Christ, that is not a place to overtake Zoltan. Holy fuck me in my heart. Callum's still in the back of Hassan, doing very well actually to maintain that gap. But actually sticking on the back of on Hassan, he is closing up to this P2 train. This P3 train, what is going on between these two? The Noodles message me with an emoji to react to this battle. Message me on a bit of contact, that's fine. Message me a reaction to that battle, because that was ridiculous. That was good battling, very, very good battling. Zoltan still stayed in just as well, perfect. Now, it does mean that Callum stay kind of in this train, but he will lose out because of his battery. But he will probably go back in because of how slowly these guys are going through turn 1 and 2. Yeah, he's actually in. I don't know if he got in with DRS, but he was in. No, he didn't. And no, that's sad, but he probably will catch up. He's like, oh my god, Milan and Hassan! Tronzik looked through the breaking point, didn't bother going for it. From this man here, we've mentioned that. He's not a net P2, this is a battle for the net P2. I have to say, I think Zoltan is the second fastest man on the track today, and that has been proven by his pace. See what I mean, Cam will catch up through this sector because of how close it is. But Milan will also actually lose out. Callum's currently P1. He's on a 2-stop though. So we'll put him where in the box is, and we'll put him where Grant is. Where Jumbo John, sorry, is. So he just needs to be careful when he does box. Milan now finally in. Only 12 laps on the hards. This is Callum's tyre wear, that. He just absolutely floors it. I think even on full traction, you just need to kind of be careful. But yeah, we'll see when Milan actually comes out, because that's where Callum was. So there you go. Milan, not even come into the box set and... Wow, yeah. He's going to come up behind Brent. Oh, just watching this train, because this train's actually been quite entertaining. It's been actually a somewhat decent race, even though there's a man who's 14 seconds in the lead. Dominic picks up another time penalty. Oh, Big D and Zoltan, Big D and Pork, sorry. Round the outside potentially from Zoltan. Doesn't go for it. No, he does go for it. It's a risk. You need to be careful, please. Because that man there behind you is going to cause stuff. It's just getting a bit hectic now. It's only helping Brashman out. Tronzic's already got a penalty looming potentially for the Milanis thing. Battery heaven for Tronzic. Could see him pass Zoltan. Will potentially see him pass Zoltan. He's going to go for this. Pork and Big D! Oh, they're side by side. I think Pork went on the grass there. Now he's going to have to lift a little bit to go through turns 2. Such good racing between those two up front. Tronzic, do not go for this. What are you doing? He's actually got it split. Fair play. He's got it done. That's sort of potentially the big two in front's making. Tronzic needs to be careful, but Zoltan's got the inside line and makes that boob straight back on him. Have some of that, says Zoltan on Tronzic. Pork's also passed Big D in front. We did see that going on in the front whilst we were watching Tronzic and Zoltan. Specbal's past Milanis in the background going into turn 4. You can see that on the mini-map there. Caleb, if you can make these tires stretch, it's doable. Oh, Big D! I thought it was Zoltan. Big D's out safety car. Callum box, Callum box, Callum box, Callum box, Callum box. Box, 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 box. Big D's out of the session. Lost it at the rear of the track. At the last, I thought it was Zoltan. I thought it was Zoltan, but it's Big D who went out of the session. Callum's not being held, just perfect. Oh my god, yeah, Betton was his teammate. Why is Callum on softs? They can last. What are you doing, Callum? You can make him last. You can make him last. Just to go really slowly. Is he still on? Is he not caught a safety car? Okay, that's fine. Okay, you've got a Magnetex behind you 10 seconds, then Fraser, then Grant. You can still stick into P3, P4. Jumbo John's 4 seconds behind. Just go on to mediums. Bashman's got a 10-second penalty now, by the way. Go on to mediums. Alright. I got hards. Yeah, leaders in, Lemons is in. Bashman's P2. Bashman's P2, he's got a 10-second penalty. Should do. Bastion's got a 10-second penalty, by the way, Zoltan. Yeah, he's just got one. He just picked one up. You got Intronsic behind you. He's probably going to pick up a penalty for killing Milanist, and Hassan is P7 behind you. Callum, you are going to come out behind Specbalg on 3-lap old hards, alright? Maybe behind Jumbo John. No, you're going to be just behind Milan. Alright, mate. So you can make this work. Right, I'm going to head back into my party. Good luck, guys, alright? Just make it, if you can. Callum, if you can get past Milan. You're a P3 at the moment anyway, so don't risk it too much. Don't risk it too much for the win. Well, no, sorry, you're P4 because Diablo's P2. So don't risk it too much for a podium. Just get some solid points, alright? Because Zoltan's on mediums. He's gonna probably get Brashman and Diablo. So just don't risk it too much for a podium, alright, mate? Alright, cool. Right, speak to you in a bit. Right, sorry guys, discussing tactics with my drivers. Obviously you probably have heard all that. Right. Just tell them not to go for it too hard because there's no need to push ridiculously. Russian also picking up a 10-second time penalty as well. Means that Zoltan's a net P3. Lemons obviously didn't want that safety car. Big D retiring is big though. Valhalla are doing well. That is a huge potential swing in the championship. So yeah. Valhalla are 5th. That's big for the Super Bowl. Ooh, this is fun. Aston also out. Mikey 11. He's behind Jonathan Mooney. Has he just done 2 stop though? So hang on, there's 1, 2, 3 guys ahead of him at our lower bracket. So I think it's P8 or P9. That's fine. Okay. I think it's P9 because I think Mooney's the higher bracket. So Diablo's P2. Safety car will be in this lap for 11 laps of carnage, ladies and gentlemen, children. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Here we go. And oh, Pork's had a really bad restart, but Zoltan can't go past him. And Tronzik's going to actually help Tronzik out a little bit because he can actually just sit side by side. Oh, that's an absolute send and a half. He's killed Pork and they're 3 wide. That's going to go well. And Zoltan's half spun it. Tronzic's going to get another penalty for that. Zoltan needs to calm down now. Just do not lose his temper. That is ridiculous of a ridiculous sends. Like, other lobby broke. Wow. Ridiculous send on Tronzic there by Tronzic. Should potentially be a penalty. Fashion picks up a penalty himself. Zoltan's got past Betten. Zoltan, please, just calm down. Oh my god, and Zoltan's got wing damage. And more. This is chaos. This is utter chaos. Someone's just gone round in the background. I think it's Tronzic. What is going on? Oh, Zoltan just killed Diablo, and as Diablo's out, it's going to be a safety car. This is mental! Zoltan's got wind damage, he's going to come in for some tyres. What the fuck was that restart? There's going to be penalties everywhere. Zoltan just killed Diablo if he retires, I swear to God. He just sped in the pit lane, I know. Okay, he just retired. He just getting some front wing. New front wing for Zoltan. On to softs he goes. 6 laps. He can get through it. He just needs to be careful. Callum. That was crazy. A crazy 5 laps. They're not even 5. A crazy lap. What the fuck happened, man? Oh, driving standards went out the fucking window. That was caused, I'm sorry, it was caused by the most controversial man in this tier, Tronzic, going side by side, making it 3 wide. Well, he didn't make it 3 wide, but, you know, squeezing off Zoltan. Yeah, Diablo got knocked out, unfortunately. It now means that the standings for the lower tier, Betten first, second is Matex, third is Callum. 4th Jumbo John doing very well for himself. Grant's in P5 for the higher tier. P6 is Milan. 7th is Fraser. 8th is Zoltan. 9th is Jumbo John. Is Tronzic, sorry. Potential penalty coming in for Tronzic for send on Pork. Definitely a penalty coming in for Zoltan for killing Tronzic, for killing Diablo. Oh, my word, Bashman is P2, but he's got 10-second penalty to deal with, 13 seconds of penalty to deal with. Zoltan needs to get past these guys quick here. 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th. Callum will let him through, then he's on target. It will be coming this lap. It was chaos, the first one. I think Rage just hit Zoltan. For fuck's sake. Kicking off even before it fucking begins. Oh my word. In this lap there, more stick on board, but it could actually start by Port having a really shit restart. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. We go again. Restarts aplenty. Safety cars, breach safety cars, is the famous pirate Danny saying. Zoltan basically down the inside of Dominic already. He needs to absolutely send it, and send it, he does, and so on. That's Jumbo John wide. The grip that Zoltan's going to have is insane. But then, did he fix his wing? They did. Rage is also on soft, by the way, that's why he's also halfway through. But this is going to be an insane grip, but Zoltan needs to be careful. I'm not going to watch him, actually, because I don't really fancy it. Jump with John Bergen in the background. You can see on the background of Speckbalg. Zoltan down the inside of Milanis. Was that round the outside of Milanis, actually? It was, wasn't it? Locks the brakes up. Locks the rears up. Round the outside again. He's got the grip. It just has he got the speed and the balls to send it. Bergen's obviously just not going to give up there. But it's the grip difference that's going to be the cause. Callum's past Fraser. Fair fucking play. This is not a fight for Bergen, and he knows that. Tronzik's actually been held up by jumping around the outside. Oh! Bergen, okay. Bergen went round. But Tronzik on the arse of rage is Lemons and 9-2. This is chaos now between those two, because those two are going to absolutely fight. Oh! Rage is getting out of the way of everyone. DRS for Zoltan, DRS for Fraser. This is full position, an important position. Zoltan's going to send this. He kind of stuck his nose in and forced Fraser wide a little bit, which is a good move. He didn't. It's not contact at all. Callum needs to let him through as soon as possible. This is a let me overtake now. He can get a good position here. Callum. It's kind of, I think he's going to let him through on a straight, which is fair, but I would do it now. This is going to sit in none. Yeah, I've instructed him straight away. Overtake. Let him overtake. There you go. Perfect. Go. Now we go. Now we go, boys. This is it. Those two have done it. Where is the gaps? Manchester is 1.2 seconds clear of Grant. Grant has been passed. Brashman's got 13 seconds worth of penalties, by the way. So Zoltan will probably pick up a P7 on track with two guys in front of him, so permanently a P5. It could have been so much more. Grant's wide. This is going to be more. Grant's also got front wing damage, so he does not need to fight this. On the soft compound side, Zoltan will go through. He's the one making the progress at the moment. Potentially a penalty coming Zoltan's way as well. Callum also passed Grant, which is big news. He's coming in P3. I've told him, as you heard, do not risk a win. Do not risk points for podium. Get the points in. And that is what these guys are doing. Zoltan is risking it all. That's fine. He needs to. Callum, do not risk points for podium. He's currently on the podium in Schumacher for the first time this season. His competitor is 1.1 seconds behind. And Tronzix, who won't be getting DRS. And now this is now Zoltan to overtake Speckbalg and have 2 laps at Magitex Betten. If we can recover to get a P4, I will take that. This is for P5. He gets it. Huge. Callum will not go past Milan, and that's fine. I'm not mad at that one. Oh my god, don't get a warning. Jesus Christ, do not do that. Fuck me, Callum. Let's watch the front now. The front battle. We've seen enough of those two coming together. Have the soft died after 5 laps, potentially. Hassan, Pork, and Brash. Brash is going to drop massively, by the way. Like, huge. I think Ray just stopped again. What are you forgot? Come on, Zoltan, I need to get DRS, mate. He's got DRS, huge. Magitex is out. Just look at the timing streets. Betten's had an insane sector 2. It's taken Magitex out of DRS, and Zoltan has got it. And Betten has no battery. Oh, he's just got himself back into it. Lap 35, 36. Lemons is gone. Tronzik's past Grant. Oh, Magitex did not get it again. I don't think Zoltan will have a chance at Betten and at Hassan and Pork, but this will be a P4. This will be a P4 for Zoltan, which will be a great recovery drive from the back of the grid. It could potentially be, it could have been a P2, but we'll take the P4 for now. 33 points. Callum pick up 37, which is a total of 70, and Schumacher, it's a decent points total. I don't know what Senna is. Matthias is back in though on Betten. That's for the win of this division. Betten's unbelievable in the lower tier. I think Callum knows Tronzik's too far behind. Oh, that was a slide from Zoltan, which kind of actually forced him to stop his run. But we're going to stick on ball then. Pork knows it doesn't need to overtake Brashman. Hassan wants that P2. This is for P2. As the Zoltan gets past Manitex in the background, looks like he probably forced him wide. Pit lane for Joker. But this is a P2. Hassan versus Pork. If Pork loses to DRS here, that's huge, by the way. As long as Zoltan misses within 3 seconds of Brashman, it will get Brashman. He's going to get a 10-second penalty for Diablo. Potentially more for forcing people wide. But it looks like it's going to be Lemons to win in Brazil. Shock horror. But it's going to be Pork who'll get P2. Brashman is going to drop like a fly. Betten wins the lower division. And oh my god, Brashman drops to P9, P10. P11! Fraser finishes last, but Brashman goes from P2 to P10. Well, that's going to be debriefed in those stewards. Manitex round and Callum ran out the podium for the lower division. There's going to be a big debrief in that stewards room after that restart on their safety car, because it got a bit chaotic. It looked like it was Tronzik trying to force his way through on Pork, and then it got a bit messy. And Rage just had one of the worst races I've ever seen, to be honest. And that is that. One of the most chaotic races on the safety car restart I've ever seen. It is Lemons who wins again in DTS. You're not surprised like that, are ya? It is Pork and Hassan who round out the podium. Zoltan will pick up a P4. Starting P20. It was a bizarre safety car restart we saw. There will be penalties. We're sent in the final order. But it is Lemons who wins. And that's his last race for 3 weeks. So yeah, Lemons rounds out his DTS season, potentially even the Super Bowl, with a victory. Chaos amongst men today, and yes, we will round out then Brazil, where Aphrodite's on top again in Schumacher for their 3rd win this season. The story of the race, though, is that safety car restart. It's going to be interesting. Netherlands next. I'll see you then. Goodbye, guys.